water came in the house, just opened up, divided.
Who was at your house with you?
My wife.
And where is she now?
Can't find her body. She gone.
You can't find your wife?
Oh, she told me that bird. She told me. I tried. I hold her hand tight like I could, and she told me, "You can't hold me." She said, "Take care of the kids and the grandkids and my kids."
What's your wife's name in case we can put this out there?
Tony Jackson.
Okay, and what's your name?
Hardy Jackson.
Oh, it's just heartbreaking. Michael Lanos has been following this story, following what's happened to Hardy in all of these years. Good morning.
Should have warned you. The emotions come back 10 years later to hear that, and you can see the reporter, Jennifer Mayerly, wipe away a tear there. She kept in touch with Hardy Jackson and his family through the years, through these 10 years. And things took a turn for the better as musician Frankie Beverly bought him a home and his family a home in Georgia. But the heartache continued for Hardy Jackson. As you saw those two little guys in that, those were his two grandsons who he had to continue to raise because their mom, Mary, lost a battle with cancer. So Hardy Jackson had to keep that promise. He always prided himself on being a good husband, father, and grandfather, so it was up to him to raise those two little guys. Now, Hardy passed away of cancer himself just a few years ago. What happened to the grandkids, those little guys we saw in that clip? Chris, the older guy, is 19 now, first in the family to graduate high school, now going to college. Dion, his little brother, just graduated high school this past spring. Anybody can keep a promise when things go well. But what happens when life deals you one bad card after another? Can you keep a promise then? Hardy Jackson did. Yeah. Well done to him.
And just a remarkable story of how something so tragic can turn into something wonderful. You say one of those children now going to college, the first family member to graduate high school. And you look back at some of these stories, and I know, Mike, you've been chronicling them throughout our hours. It is hard to imagine it's been 10 years.
It is.
And how much has changed and how much hasn't changed in that city.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, you look at, we're kind of this hour looking at the sound bites. We remember that one, obviously so powerful. The emotions come back again. The other one concerns then President George Bush praising then FEMA Director Michael Brown. We remember well, and here it is.
Again, I want to thank you all for, and Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job. The FEMA Director's working 24 hours.
So what's happened to Michael Brown since? Obviously, he resigned. In 2011, Lynn, he wrote a book defending himself. Currently, he's a radio talk show host in Denver. And back to defending himself, I just was reading an article that he penned entitled, "Stop Blaming Me for Hurricane Katrina." And from his vantage point, lays out other folks who, in his estimation, had more power than he did to do more to help the folks in New Orleans. So interesting to note where people are now, what they're saying now, or the triumphant spirit of a Hardy Jackson and his family.
Right. Michael Lanos, thanks so much for being with us.